Hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and today we're looking at another Akagi video game, Mahjong video game. That is the Simple 2000 Ultimate Series, Volume 19, Akagi Yami ni Furatata Tensai. It was originally released as a standard, a normal game before being re-released as a Simple 2000 Ultimate Series game in 2002. It came out in December 2002 originally, and then got re-released in 2004. It's developed by Warashi. If you are not familiar, Warashi has done a lot of Mahjong and board game style video games for D3 Publisher, which is obviously the publisher. So yeah, we'll have a look at this. I've actually played this before, so this is not the first time I've played this. Just like Akagi Tohaiden, I have played this game before, and it's pretty decent. It's a decent Mahjong game. You know, I've played quite a lot of Mahjong games in my time. The pace is good. Yeah, I'd say that this game is a fairly decent game when it comes to Mahjong. The art style is quite nice as well, even if it looks a little bit gritty on the board. So, and I'll give you an example of that. I do like the menu, as you can see here. Very simple. I believe it's the second option. It just throws you straight into a game. I do also like the sound in these games. So we'll just go into it. You know, you can hear the do 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 do. It's just kind of nice, if I'm honest. So we're now going to pick the characters we're going to fight. We're going to fight the detective, we'll fight the thingy, we'll fight him. So basically all the characters that were in the first Mahjong battle we'll play, and then we'll have the doon 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 doon. Wait for it, watch me press the circle button. Doon 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 doon. Like I said, I played this game before. So as you can see from the style, I like the style of the game. The Mahjong tiles, the grittiness of the Mahjong board, the kind of like dirtiness of the tiles. It really does add to the whole Akagi kind of experience, in my opinion. So I could have cheated, but I didn't know what button it was to do that, which was nice. Not cheat, pawn, I mean. I could have pawned, but I had no clue what the button it was to pawn. Right, I was like being careful as well with what I was picking, but nope. It's fine. Alrighty then. Alright, it's down. Fine. And now I reach you. Well, at least I was in Tenpai, so. So as I might have said in my previous video, basically how it works is you've got to basically get three in a row. Think of it like in terms of like cards, like in poker. You want 3 that go in a row. To get a flush, or is it a straight, you have to get 5 cards. It's like I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, for example. So let's say, for example, there's a 3, a 5, and a 7 on the table. You've got the was it a 3, 5, and a 7? You've got the 4 and the 6. You've got a straight there, haven't you, or whatever it is. And it's similar to this. So you got to get 3 in a row In this case, you've got three almost here. I don't have 3 in a row in my hand at this moment in time, but I have the potential to get 3 in a row. If I get a 2, so the 3 is a Dora tile. If I get a 2, I've got 3 of a kind because I've got a 1 and a 3. I also got 2, 3, 4 if I want to. I actually have got 3 of a kind now at the minute, actually. I've got a 3, 4, and a 5. If I get a 6, I've got a 5, 6, and a 7, or a 6, 7, and 8. So if I get a 5 here, I get a 4, 5, 6. And it also works in the same way if you get 3. If I get another of these tiles, I've got 3 of those, and that's another way of doing it. And basically, you've got to fill your hand with those kind of things. The Dora tile, which in this case is a 2, is a special tile, and it gets you more points, basically. So you want to kind of incorporate that the best you can. So if you draw... So in this case, the tile that is lucky is the tile that is next in sequence. So if the Dora tile is a 2, that means the lucky tile is a 3 of kanji. So the Dora tile is 2 of kanji. The lucky tile is 3 of kanji. In this case, I have that in my hand, which is good. And I already have a set with that, which is perfect. If I can do more, fantastic. If I manage to get like all of the 3s in my hand and able to incorporate them in my hand, you got some big points coming your way. So, and that's basically, that's what you're trying to aim for in Mahjong. And obviously, the opponent's doing exactly the same. So you've got to try and work out not to go into their hand, deal into their hand exactly. And Akagi is all about that as a series. You can also steal opponent's tiles, which case, if opponent plays a 3 chow, I could take it, but then my hand becomes open. Basically, it means you get an easier win, but you get less points. But it doesn't necessarily always mean you get an easier win. So, I've drawn an 8 of kanji, and I have a 9. And from what I'm looking at in my hand, the most useless tile in my hand is the 1 of bamboo, which is the bird. Which is a 1 tile, believe it or not. So here we've drawn a 6. So I've got 2 options here. I can either discard the 6, or I can keep it and discard the 4. Well, why not? Let's discard the 4 and keep the 6. And maybe, just maybe, the 9 tile, that's useless. I ain't got no use for that. We have a 6 tile here. That potentially could be useful. So I'm going to get rid of actually, I'm going to get rid of the 5. Because that doesn't actually play into it. Oh, we got 3 chows. That's perfect. Now I'm going to get rid of the 1 tile. Oh, we have another 4 tile. Okay. 4, 5, 6. No, that's perfect. We can actually work with that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to get rid of the 9. Don't need the 1. We have another 3, which actually is good for us. We're going to get rid of the 8 tile. Because basically what we can do, if we draw another 5 of kanji, we have 2 sets of the same 3 straight. So the same 3 in sequence. That nets you more points. Combined with the fact that one of those tiles is basically a lucky tile. In this case, we have 2 of them, being the 3 of kanji. Even more points. And that's what the kind of thing you want to go for. So he's just stolen my tile there. That's fine.
No.
Oh, and the 1. He was waiting on the 1. But then again, I couldn't have done anything. See, this is what it is. He built his hand up faster than me. And that's basically what it comes down to. But as you can see, the points I gave him were next to nothing. His hand was incredibly weak, as you could say. But there's nothing I could have done about it, so...
Boom.
And that's just how it is sometimes. So we got a 1 and a 9. We'll get rid of that. There's 2 1s now. I'm going to get rid of the Cho. No, it's giving me that again. I don't want that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, we'll pawn. We'll go for an easy hand this time around, and we'll see how we get on.
Leads. Home. Long.
And he just ronned on that. There you go. But he also went for basically what is the equation of a weak hand as well. Alright, so let's see what we can go do with here. I'd like to win at least one, but when I played this game before, I did also struggle to win at that time as well. Because the opponent seems to be able to build their hand faster than me. That's how it works out sometimes. I might make a wasted move here and there. I'm just looking at what I've got and working based off of that, basically. There's a reason I'm not going to pawn that. You can see, if you have a look right now, my hand's in a really good place, and we've only just, we played 5 tiles? That's pretty good. We have 3 ones, we have 2, 3, 4, we have 2 5s, which is the Dora tile, which is the lucky tile, not the Dora tile, the lucky tile. And we also have 3, 4 there, and we got a pair there. So we got some good tiles going on right here. So we don't want to do anything. So we got a 6 and a 7 here. So we got to look at here and see. Basically, you also got to look at what people are discarding as well. So I'm looking here and I'm looking at the discards. Are people discarding, you know, he's discarding a 6 and an 8. Because are people hoarding the 2 of bamboo and the 5 of bamboo? It's possible. And I'm going to risk it and go, yep. And there you go. He built his hand quicker than me. This is the problem I have with this game. This is why I don't play. I've played this game once and I haven't played it again since. This is the second time I'm playing this game. It's because people seem to be able to build their hands so much faster than me in this game. Whereas in other games, other Mahjong games I've played, I don't have this issue. It's just really strange. Just people just build their hands really quickly. And I'm here, like, sat here thinking to myself, wow, how are you able to build your hand so quickly? Because what happens is I end up just not being interested anymore in building a decent hand. And I just like, yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, whatever. As you can see, I'm just not even attempting anymore to build a hand. I'm just playing whatever. That's it. There was only one person in Tenpai. There you go. He built his hand quickly. I just gave up in the end. We'll do one more round. But there, like I said, this is probably, I would say, my least favorite Akagi, because I believe I've played all of them, even the GBA and DS game. And then I've got to say, this is my least favorite of the Akagi games. Because I find like there's, I don't know, it just feels like there's a bias. It's funny how you can play multiple Mahjong games and yet you win fairly reasonably on a lot of games, and then there's certain games you'll play that are just they just feed you the worst possible hands possible. And I know you may say, oh, but it's Akagi. If you're familiar with Akagi, that's what he does. He takes bad hands and makes them good. But it's not exactly like it's teaching me what to look for, is it? Surprisingly, it gave me a reasonable hand this time around. We might actually win a hand. But I also find in some Mahjong games, the AI can see your hand. So they'll purposely not play a tile that you need to win. They'll purposely not play it. That's another thing. There you go, he won. That's another thing I've noticed in quite a lot of Mahjong games, is that, especially there's a Mahjong game I play a lot of called Mahjong Nagumi on Steam. It's really good, but there's one thing I really dislike, is if you reachy too early, and it's really only if you do it quite early, you'll go through the whole entire match without them playing the tile that you're waiting on. And you could be waiting on, you could have a three-way. You could have a three-way, which basically means I have 3 tiles that they could play, which would cause me to win. Right? And they won't play any of those 3 tiles. And I know I've reached on the 5th tile. We're 5 tiles into the match, and I've reached already. And yeah, they won't purpose. It's like they purposely don't play my winning tiles. So I do honestly feel like sometimes in some of these Mahjong games, that the AI can see your hand, but you can't see theirs, which is, how is that fair? They kind of cheat a little bit. So it is what it is. But I'm going to stop here for Akagi for the PS2. Like I said, in terms of atmosphere and style, I really like the game. It's really good. But I do seem to struggle immensely on winning in this game. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, I've been Bio, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.